some of those times those fines aren't enforced, and the actions aren't enforced, and the ordinances are not enforced. So I recommend to you that you do keep the $100 fine in it, because it's a historical wall. And I think we have to do everything in our power to preserve our historic treasures. Slatersville, Union Village, and other aspects of the town that are very important. And for the very reason most of us moved to this town, because we love aspects of the town, and we really feel we need to start preserving some of the structures within. And I also think if you were a developer, historic stone walls in a development would look particularly attractive to high-end developers. Thank you.
Anyone else want to be heard on this?
I just wanted to clarify one thing here. The planning board, when they looked at this ordinance, of course, the decision was made to place it in the town code of ordinances. That's why in the memo to the council from the planning board, you have that this is in accordance with Article 12 of the town charter, planning board, subsection 3, the planning coordination, that the board is assisting by providing this opinion. It's not launching that opinion to you from the basis of the Rhode Island statute with respect to the zoning. This is residing in the town code of ordinances. Just a little bit of clarification there. And also, you'll see why it's proposed as Chapter 18 as opposed to the zoning. It's a little misleading because the building and zoning official is the one who performs the enforcement, but where the code resides is important. That's all I wanted to mention. Thanks.
Anyone else? Yeah, we'll entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved, Mr. President.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Mrs. Vadenais? Yes. Mr. McGee? Close.
Yes.
Mrs. O'Hara?
Yes.
Mr. Zelinski?
Yes.
Mr. Biragad?
Yes.
Mr. President,
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to accept zoning ordinance amendment, section 18, promotion of stone wall preservation as presented and as heard in 2 public hearings.
I'd like to second that also.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Mrs. Vadenais? No. Mr. McGee?
No.
Mrs. O'Hara?
Yes.
Mr. Zelinski?
Yes.
Mr. Biragad?
Yes. Zoning ordinance, moving on to number 6. Zoning ordinance amendment, section 5.5, dimensional regulations. This is also a continuation of the public hearing. Anybody want to be heard on this? Anybody have any questions, comments regarding this? Motion to close the public hearing.
So moved, Mr. President.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call. To close the public hearing, roll call.
Mrs. Vadenais? Yes. Mr. McGee?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Hara?
Yes.
Mr. Zelinski?
Yes.
Mr. Biragad?
Yes.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to pass the zoning ordinance amendment, section 5.5, dimensional regulations, accessory dwelling. After the convening of the second public hearing, and basically I'd just like to make the motion to approve.
That's the motion, we have a second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mrs. Vadenais? Yes. Mr. McGee?
No.
Mrs. O'Hara?
Yes.
Mr. Zelinski?
Yes.
Mr. Biragad?
Yes. Moving on to number 7, MOWRY Road realignment. This is a public hearing. Motion to open public hearing?
So moved, Mr. President.
We have a second?
Second.
Okay. A roll call, I'll open the public hearing.
Mrs. Vadenais? Yes. Mr.
No.
McGee?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Hara?
Yes. Did anybody want to be heard on the Maury Road?
A matter of explanation.
Mrs. Dusty?
The circumstances, as you recall, we're looking to widen a portion of Mowry Road and to create an intersection that is more of a T than a Y. And in this process, it has been realized that that a portion of the existing paved way is privately owned. It is a triangular shaped portion of the lot that it is on the apex of Mowry and Douglas Pike. And the property owner, Mr. Richard, has cooperatively indicated his willingness to donate that land to the town. The documents in front of you are to that purpose.
So what action are you requesting by the council?
Ask the planner to further explain.
Yeah, this type of modification requires review by the planning board, which they did. And you should have a memo there in your package dated August 22nd. It references 45 Rhode Island General Law 4523.1 max streets, in particular subsection 2, which outlines the process, provides the council, after having a public hearing, has the authority to make this change within the map streets, which ironically this town doesn't have a map streets ordinance yet, but it doesn't mean we don't do things the right way. And once we get one, this would be adopted properly. And any questions about the memo, you could ask me.
Just if I may make a statement for the record, Tom, we have the planning board's memo through your pen. I would just like to skip to the third paragraph. The planning board has reviewed the attached administrative subdivision survey plan that was prepared by Mark Nyberg and agrees that the plan affords an opportunity to adjust the geometry of Mowry Road as it intersects with Douglas Pike. This change affords better guidance for motorists who choose to obey traffic rules and will improve traffic safety on Mowry Road and Route 7 in this area. That's what it's all about
Well said.
public safety. Well said, yeah. I'm only reading, it's a nice job.
Thank you.
So, yeah, so what do we, ask Karen, what do you need on this?
Just a motion to approve. You could accept the memo as presented. The solicitor and I will complete the process through executing a deed that Mr. Iglesias has prepared with the applicant.
Okay, how many public hearings do we have to have? So, on the agenda, it says public hearing.
That's it for this. This is a public hearing. 10-day notice.
So anybody else before I close the public hearing? Okay, I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
So,
Roll
are
call.
you making it? I
Aye,
second.
yeah. Roll call.
Mrs. Bottomoli? Yes. Mr. McGee?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Hara?
Yes.
Mr. Swalenski?
Yes.
Mr. Biragad?
Yes.
So, do we need a motion to accept this?
Motion to accept the message and give them the authority to.
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to accept.
No, they just use a test.
Oh, okay. I'd like to make a motion to accept this memorandum and the opinion of the planning board, and then under the, I'm just gonna call it syllabus, under the agenda, it's called Mowry Road Alignment. We've had the public hearing discussion by council for other action, so the motion is going to be to approve and accept the planning board's memo regarding Mowry Road improvements for public safety.
Second.
Roll call.
Mrs. Bottomoli?
I'm sorry, what?
I think you're going to accept the recommendation of the planning board to accept the portion of the land.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, I thought it was encompassing by saying the member
I
recommendation.
just want to, this is actually under the law, you're accepting this piece of land to become a portion of land owned by the
Okay,
town. So I just want-
Mainmaker retracts the
I just
motion.
wanted to be
Let's
clear
start
that you're
again.
accepting the land.
If you don't mind crafting that, I'm going to make a motion to retract my motion. Okay. Main motion wishes to retract. motion. Second?
I retract my second on the motion.
Okay, roll call on the retraction. Okay.
Go ahead, go forward.
What?
Did that vote go forward, Madam Clerk?
No, no.
No.
All right, so we don't have
So
to.
no motion pending.
Okay.
Okay, no motion then.
The
No, David,
motion should be to accept the recommendation of the planning board
Yeah.
and accept Mowry Road, this portion of Mowry Road, into the town's ownership.
Should we mention the giving or the donation of the property by the landowner? So, do you mind crafting that into
Sure.
that?
It's a motion to accept the planning board's recommendation, which reviewed a proposed donation of a portion of the land from the landowner located at the corner of Mowry Road and Douglas Pike, to be given the land to the town for no consideration as a gift to improve the traffic at that location.
In public safety.
And public safety.
Thank you, Mrs. Solicitor. That's my motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Mrs. Vadenais? Yes. Mr. McGee?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Hara?
Yes.
Mr. Zalinski?
Yes.
Mr. Biragad?
Yes. Old business, discussion by council, vote on other action on update from Municipal Buildings Review Task Force. Vadenais?
Mr. President, members of the council, I'm here on behalf of the task force. And we held a meeting on September 27th, 2018 in regards to the request for design build proposals for the renovation project regarding 1, the new North Smithfield Town Hall, and 2, the North Smithfield Police Headquarters. After discussion with Secosham Associates involving their summary and evaluation of the bids submitted to the task force unanimously voted to make the following recommendations. Number 1, based on the review report by Mark Secosham, the task force recommends that base bid A be awarded to Calcium Corporation as the lowest qualified and responsive bidder in the amount of $3,018,902. No alternates were accepted. And number 2, task force is recommending that base bid B be reevaluated and undergo a scope review to try to bring it within the budget and then go back out for rebidding.
Does anybody on the council have any questions for that?
More of a question to my fellow council members. Would we be amenable to having a workshop on a Saturday so we can see, open to the public, of course, so we can see the progress and to try to get a better grasp on this?
I don't know that, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know the actual,
You've been provided with every report, every drawing that we produce, you've been provided with, there's nothing else.
but I don't know that actual poster-sized drawings exist of,
We have no renderings.
yeah.
We just have drawings, we have schematics and design drawings.
Well, I got it, I have. But I think that I have to side with some folks, not just to show of hands, and people go, what's going on with this? I said, well, you know, we're moving along, we have the plans and whatnot. Can we get to see them? Of course you can, town hall, building officials, we've got them. I just like the idea of having a public hearing so that folks can come in on a Saturday. Heck, I'll buy the coffee.
I'm all right with that too.
I'll bring jugs of Joe, somebody buy the donuts, let's do this.
I gotta tell you, I think, you know, we've had a terrible track record on buildings
Yep.
for everybody.
Except this one.
And we can't get things wrong. I said that before, we can't get it wrong. I would love to have the most input we have. This way, if everybody agrees it's a good deal, we're all to blame, not just pointing fingers at one person or the other. So if we could just do whatever we have to do to show everybody these are the right numbers, the budget numbers are good, let them have, I'd like to give them the opportunity to let them ask their questions. Why not let them ask their questions? People feel they've been shut out, we'll let them look at it, let them look and say, hey, this is what I feel. I don't want anyone coming to me after saying, look at this mess, and we wanted to look at it and we didn't get an opportunity to look at it. Let everyone look at it, we hash it out, and call it a day.
All right, so I'm fine with that, but what would this open house look like? Like, what would be, we gonna do a tour of the place, or we would?
No, I think basically, Mike, I'm sure the council president will call on you in a minute. How I visualize this happening, hopefully we schedule this room right here. We have easels, or we may even have overhead projections. Here's the kicker. In order to have furniture applied onto these plans, it's gonna cost more money. You know what, I think it's gonna be money well spent, depending on Mr. Sakoshi's,
It's not Mr. Scotia's job to do that anymore.
oh, we could ask him, could we not?
He's done design build drawings. That was what is, every task that the task force has done.
Yeah, but I want a roadblock, Paul. I want it to
I'm not giving you
happen.
a roadblock, Paul.
I didn't
You
say
asked-
you were, I said I don't want.
You asked me to come up here, you're asking me a question, I'm trying to give you an answer, and I'm being interrupted again, just like I was a month and a half ago. Okay? Every task that we've been given has been given at the direction of the town council. We've met every one of those tasks and given you a report. And you've accepted it and given us either another task or something else. Everything that we've come forward with, every recommendation has been in writing, just like tonight. You've approved it. There's no secrets out here. There's nothing that's being hidden, but it's being said that we're hiding something. You have every piece of information that we have. You should have every information to make this decision tonight. We're here, standing here, making a recommendation based on all of the information that we've gathered. We're recommending award of a bid. In order to get any drawings further that are going to show you your furniture and all of that, you need to get to the next step. Sakoshia's not responsible for that.
Then
You
how
want
can
to go back out and rebid this thing to get someone to do those drawings, that's your call.
No, I want that it's gonna be expensive, it's going to be costly.
It's going to be time consuming, and you're going to lose this bid.
Well, wait a minute, I thought this thing was gonna be done by the start of the school year, but wait a minute, then we were gonna start during the school year. I mean, don't blame, please, I'm not saying don't blame. Let's take a look at the time frame. Situations that's caused this time frame to get pushed out and out and out.
So we're going to you push it out now, you're going to lose that number. And you're not going to get that number again, almost guaranteed.
That's the catch-22, I get it.
And the bigger issue is that maybe you guys are not aware of, but I'll make you aware of it tonight. Your roof is leaking at Kendall Dean. Right now, probably as we speak. There was a huge puddle in one of the rooms upstairs because the roof is leaking now. The roof that didn't need to be replaced 2 years ago. It's leaking now. There were problems with that building. And the numbers that you got, believe me, the $3 million number that you got, $3,018,902, you're not going to see it again if you go back out to bid. I'll guarantee you. I'll guarantee you spend more money. It came in within the budget that we presented to you back in January with the plans that you said, yep, go ahead, get bridging documents. We submitted the bridging documents to you. You approved them. Now we've got a number that meets the budget. It's almost $500,000 lower than what we projected the budget to be.
So, here we are in October. No, never mind.
Well, I'm just so I can get an understanding of what you want to do. Are you saying you want to have like artist rendition of what the place is going to look like upon completion?
I don't think we need that.
Well, what is it?
I just want,
Do we have the budget?
I just want to make sure the budget is what it is. There won't be any extras.
$3,018,902.
No extras.
Includes all construction, includes all soft costs for the architect, includes all permitting fees. The only thing that is not included in there is change orders, and we're not planning on change orders.
We never do.
Something may come up that we don't know because obviously you open the building up. There's $500,000 that we have in contingency that we're not touching. And we're already $500,000 under the budget that we submitted to you folks back in June.
Not combined projects, John.
It's not a public hearing.
Yeah,
And we understand that the Bushy School piece is over budget, and that's a challenge that you face when you pick a number before you know the scope, and you're trying to back in, and it's a challenge to back in. And we're trying to give the police department, the men and women there, a building that's safe and secure. And we overshot it. And so now we're gonna go back and look and see where we can trim it, and maybe they design things that maybe we don't need in their bid. Because as design and build, they have some freedom in that. And so that's part of the process now. That's why we're recommending that you sit down, that you go forward with A and get it going, because you need to get something going. If you don't want to, I don't care.
You know, to Mr. Vadenais' point just now, there was a meeting, PBIC meeting, October 22nd, 2016, and RGB said, this is in their notes, RGB said before bond was approved, you needed $17 million to do the work that they want to do. The bond was cut down to $12 million. So they just...
You gonna let that stand, John, without clarification?
It's in the minutes, Mike. It's in the
Yeah, I
minutes.
know, but you didn't follow up with RGB refined the scope and came in with a proposal within the $12 million. They didn't include certain things like asbestos, they forgot. And I went before the council at the time.
I'm just going by what's in the minutes.
Yeah, I know, but there's
So I
other
can do it.
minutes, you know, there's other background minutes prior to that. There's plenty of information, you can grab any number you want.
There's a
They
lot
can
of
grab the
there's a lot of
minutes of
information out
the
there that's not-
You know, it's something else in the minutes. In the minutes, Joe states that Eric did not design a project that was within our budget.
Yeah, Eric wasn't there, was
Why
he?
is it 40% over budget? I'm just reading the minutes. I didn't make
Eric
this up.
wasn't there though, was he? Can I ask a question?
It's not a public hearing.
No. I
Go
know,
ahead,
Mr.
go ahead,
Gray.
ask your question.
I know, Mr. Gray, it's always no from you.
Stop personally attacking people.
Oh, please. You've attacked me like a pit bull for 4 years.
Stop.
Listen, all I can do, this is a public record. I'm just reading the minutes. That was, all right?
You know, Mr. President, there were statements made tonight earlier. Okay, if you want to get into the specifics. First task you gave us was to investigate